Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and to this video. Today we're going to have a look at a Nissan Juke that I've just purchased for the princely sum of £900. Now it's a 2011 model and it's a 1.6 petrol. Now it is in a little bit of a scruffy condition, it does need a bit of work doing to it, but I actually think there's a bit of potential in this. I know we're going to have to throw quite a bit of money at it, I still think there's a nice profit in it and they are extremely good sellers. So I think it's well worth fixing, even though it is in a bit of a shabby state. But let's go and have a look at it, see what we need to do to it, get a job list together of what we're going to need to do to fix it, and see what we can potentially get out of this Nissan as we track its journey here at the car pitch. Right, here we are, the Nissan Juke. Well, it's a 1.6 petrol, 2011 plate. It's not a bad old thing for what we paid for it. It does need a little bits and bobs addressing, as we'll see on the walk round now, but we gave 900 quid for it, so I'm not complaining at that. It's on 115,000 miles. It's got a service pack in there as well, which we'll go through in a minute. It's on the face of it, for 900 quid, it's good value. Even with 115 up it, they are good newsies. Cash guys and Jukes in particular, they are good sellers. I have not sold many of them. I've sold a few cash guys. I've sold one Juke in the past, but that was more of a spares car in the trade. But this is the first retail one we're going to have a go at. So it came in with horrendous brakes. I mean, horrendously noisy. My idea was to initially get it straight to paint, because it needs some paint on it, as we'll see in a second. But the brakes were that bad, I literally got out the gate and then basically peed my pants and come back because they were that bad. I mean, I've driven some wrecks in my time, but these were on another level. And as we could see in this video we released the other day, actually what happened is one of the brakes, well, all the brakes were down to the metal, but in one side, this side here, the passenger side, the actual pad had come out completely. It was stuck between the disc and the backing plate, so yeah, that wasn't why it was making a racket. Anyway, so we decided to put all new brakes on it. So we have had it in the air, albeit briefly. We do know it needs a few bits, but we'll go through that on the walk round. But at least now it's got disc pads all round on it new. So we're now committed. We're going to have to crack on with it, but at least we can drive it now without it trying to kill us. So, quick walk round. Like I said, it's 11 plate. It's a little bit edgy. We've got damage here on this corner straight away. Bumper's damaged, wing is damaged, and this plastic's damaged here. So we're going to send that off to paint. We're going to do that in a minute. We'll drive it, test drive it, and drop it off. So we're going to get that painted. It'll come up well. We're going to get this plastic trim sorted. I'll have a word with the paint man. Whether he might be able to repair that or not, I don't know. It would probably just be easier to get another piece of plastic trim, because it would have aged as well and faded just as like that one was really. Whereas you repaint it, it might stick out like a sore thumb. I don't know. We'll talk about that with the paint man later, see what he thinks. But if not, we'll just get a piece of trim. We've got a mark here in the door, which is a shame. So in reality, if you're going to be painting that corner, the wing, you're going to have to bring it over here, blend it in. You're going to end up probably coming into here anyway, so it's probably going to end up coming into the door. It makes it from a little bumper corner to a wing to a door. All of a sudden you're painting half a car there, near enough. You're going to have to do the bumper, wing, blend into the door. So it's a bit of a blow in, but we've got a budget for it. But it's in the budget, we've got it cheap, so these things need to be done. We can't set it like that, obviously. Carrying on, this door here, a little bit chippy on it, a little bit says want touching in. Can't go to lengths of painting that. We'll just give it a buff over, probably just touch a few little bits in, like the uploads and sods. These will mostly disappear anyway. We'll put mopping, and like I said, a few bits there just want touching in with the paint. We'll try to get the paint man just to touch them in for us. No point looking at the discs and the pads because they're all brand new. Wheels want refurbing, so they're going to get done. They are horrible. I mean, they want cleaning, but they're beyond cleaning. On the corrosion side, they were all rusty, so we need them doing. Tyres, on the face of it, don't look too bad on the front. They've got about 6 mil, 5 mil maybe push, so we don't look too bad. Rear tyres, at least one here is again about 5 mil, it's not too bad. A Hankook on the back, so rear, a few little scuff marks on it. They probably will come out, or at least dull. Tailgate doesn't open, which is a shame. We'll have to look at that. I think the micro switch is broken. It doesn't feel quite right, so we'll have to have a look at that. We've got a few little marks here, a little buff out. Generally, other than that corner, damage-wise, there's nothing really else to report. This side, again, is pretty decent, just wants to clean and a mop up. We've just got bits of dirt coming down it, wants a clean up, and a few little scratches on the door, but they'll all come out. They're not down to the primer or anything like that, so they'll buff out. Tyre on the back there, you can quite see this one. That one is a Raikkonen, which is a tyre made by, let's do a Michelin. It's not a Michelin grade tyre, but it's made by Michelin. Again, 5mm, so that's okay. This side again, we've got another half decent tyre, 4.5mm. What brand is that? I can't see it. Oh, a Triangle. Oh, it's a budget one. Yeah, budget tyre Triangle. They're okay. I wouldn't say they're brilliant, to be honest, as budget tyres go. But the point is, we've got 4 tyres that have got tread on them. 4-5mm, sort of the minimum. So we may not have to spend any money on tyres. We don't know until we fully get up in the air. You have to check for cracks and make sure there's no wear on the edges. So we've dealt with the brakes. Tyres don't look too bad. We've got paint to deal with and a buff up, definitely. So if you want smartening up, that's the main thing. Trip over this power lead. I've noticed this door is dropped. This is quite a common thing on Qashqais and Jukes. If you see that again, see how it drops then? That is addressing. We're going to have to fix that. Obviously you can't sit like that, but you can see the play in the door there that I lift it. It's usually the hinges that go on them. You can sometimes reset them up. We have had Qashqais in the past where we've managed to sort of reset them up and they've been okay. But sometimes you do need to put hinges on them. So it's just a bit hit and miss. So we'll try adjusting it, see if it holds, but if it doesn't, we'll have to get a set of hinges for it, which are quite difficult to get hold of actually, particularly second hand, because a lot of them are just as bad as these. We've got a bit of wear on the driver's seat, which is a shame. Padding's gone in there, so I'm not really quite sure what to do with that. We might have to get someone to look at that potentially. We can get a trim man in just to cut this piece in, restuff it and then put something in there, or maybe just get a seat. Maybe might be easier just to get another seat. I don't know. Or do we leave it and price it sensibly? That's the thing. I mean, I'm not sure. We'll have to work that out when we get it back. If it drives, we'll see how it drives first, and you know, if it really wants a seat, and it would just probably be easier just to get a second-hand seat for it. It's not electric, it's not leather, so it's probably going to be pretty easy to get hold of a seat. It's just the annoyance of trying to buy one, because it's not something you can really post out really. You know, you're not getting that sent by the postman. It's a parcel thing. It costs you more half the time for the postage than it does the actual seat, or you have to go and pick it up from halfway across the country. So we'll deal with that. Inside, it wants to just have a valet really. It's not too bad. Would benefit from a set of nice mats, deep clean. That's really all we need to be doing in here. It just wants freshening up. It has done 115,000 miles, so it's not going to be immaculate. In the back, it's horrible. We've got dirty seats there. It wants a good shampooing, but it will transform with a valet, deep valet. We've got a bit of Vic Sinex there. What's this? Sudafed, block nose. Shan't be sniffing that. Would show you the boot. We can't get in it. We'll show you under the bonnet. There it is, the old 1.6 petrol engine, Nissan engine, pretty decent, robust engine. In the Juke, it's not too bad. It's a bit lighter, the Juke, than the Qashqai. So in the Qashqai, this engine's a bit woeful, if I'm honest with you. It's reliable, but it is a bit underpowered. In the Juke, it's a little bit lighter. It's a bit more forgiving, shall we say. It's a bit more bearable. So it's about 0 to 60 in about 11 seconds, I think they are. So it's not too bad. But I say, when the Qashqai, they just feel a bit more sluggish. But overall, a decent little engine. You know, I've seen the odd one with the odd egg gasket go on it, but it's not really something that's that common. The engines are so cheap to buy. In fact, I remember doing an engine in a Qashqai 1.6, same engine, a couple of years ago, where the customer's egg gasket had gone, and it was just cheaper just to buy another engine. We got an engine from a Japanese specialist in Manchester. I think it was about £250 for an engine delivered. They're literally, these engines are so cheap to buy, and generally don't give them much problems. So that's okay. They don't trouble me too much, this engine. They've got a decent battery on it. Got a Yuasa mid-range battery on, which is good. Doesn't look that particularly old. I'd say it's probably been changed the last couple of years, so that's a good sign. It's pretty clean under here. Lights are all secure. We've got no damage under here or anything like that. You just want to clean up. A general clean up, general service. That's pretty much it really. Oil, a little bit murky, but obviously we're going to service it anyway. Not too bad under here for a car that's 115 thou. One key. Central locking does work. Let's have a listen to it. See if she fires up. Oh, on the button, never in doubt. Half a tank of petrol in it. Beautiful. A again, another car with fuel in. We're doing well with fuel at the moment, we really are. So 115,873. Steering feels alright, no notchiness in the steering or anything like that. It's nice inside these. I quite like them. You know, this is done 115,000. It's still all together. You know, we've not got no sort of stickers, or we haven't got no numbers falling off or worn dials or buttons or anything like that. It's pretty okay. We've got a little bit of wear on the gear stick if we're being picky, but it's done 115,000. I mean, he's getting on now. It's a 12-year-old getting on 13-year-old car, so I don't think we can be too critical on that. Is this door open? Yep, that opens fine. Glove box, nout in there. We've got quite a bit of service pack with it. I'm not going to go through it in detail, but we've got quite a lot of history there. And I have had a quick look through it. There's quite a lot of interesting things been done. Mostly servicing, tyres, MOTs, general repairs. There's a service book in there, so it's got a bit of history. It's not comprehensive or full, but there is quite a lot of other receipts as well. So there's the odd service stamp maybe missing, but then there's other receipts to sort of fill in the gaps to a degree. So, you know, it's not saying it's full history, but it has got some history, which is always a good thing. Just found a locking wheel nut key. Is that okay? Be amazed how many of these are broken. No, that one's alright, it's good. That's a nightmare when they go wrong. Stereo was working, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh yes. Heart radio, they were all good. Heaters, are they working? Yeah, they're working as well. We've got them working on. No resistor problems there. Yeah, so it's alright really. It's a bit worn on the seat, that's all we've got to deal with inside here. I have got a blow on the exhaust I can hear. I don't know if you can quite pick this up. I'll put this camera outside here, you can hear it on the mic. We've got a blow in the middle box. We can see the leak. I doubt we will be able to, but let's have a butcher's. Well, that exhaust actually doesn't look that old. You can quite see. I think where the cat is there, I think the joint's gone, or maybe the flexi just before it. There's a flexi pipe on that, which I can't quite see. I think it's something to do with that. It doesn't look that old, that exhaust, so we might get away there with. Might just be a clamp that's come off, or the gasket's gone in between, or maybe the flex has gone further up, so it might not be too much of a disaster. But anyway, this exhaust is not really going to dent the budget in this, to be fair, for what you've paid for it. We're going to drive it off now to paint. We'll get it taken there, unless there's something catastrophically wrong with it, in which case we'll turn the rack back around. So we'll go have a drive, see what it's like, and talk more about this Nissan Juke. Foldable bike in there. Oh, right. Yeah, that door definitely needs sorting out. This seat's not the best, honestly. I think we're going to have to put a seat in this. I was umming but I think I need to get realistic because the bolster's gone, so you're sort of like tipping like this. So yeah, we'll mark it down for a seat. I'll get myself on eBay. I'll just pull this up a minute. There we go. Short. Okay, so it's my first time out on the road in this since changing the brakes. I got about 10 yards last time and nearly had an accident, so hopefully this time it's to drive a little bit better and the brakes work as well, otherwise my mechanic is getting the boot. So we'll shoot off. It's actually pulling alright, that. We've got no misfiring or anything like that. It's pulling well. Changing gear, third into fourth, fine, into fifth. No issues there, we've got no crunching in the gears, which is good news. Actually, not much road noise either as well, no much banging or noising or anything like that. We've got no drop link or bushes or ball joints I can hear of so far. Steering wheel, if I'm being picky, very slightly out to the right, and I mean very slightly, but it's probably never been tracked in years. Who knows the last time it was ever tracked. And you can get a car, the wheel alignment done, and 6 months later hit a curve and it'll be out again, so that's nothing really to worry about. Let's try the brakes. Come up to a set of lights. Lovely. Braking in a straight line, no noises. That's what we want to hear. The mechanic's job is safe. So really, other than this exhaust blowing, there isn't too much wrong with this. Engine's good, it's pulling fine. We got warm air, up to temp now. Yeah, I've got warm air coming through, so I'm not too worried there. Temperature gauge is now sitting just under halfway where it should be. Really, I just think this was a case of just jobs mounting up, and then brakes sounded that bad. It's probably scared the last person who owned this car into thinking, do you know what, time to get rid. But I mean, they've had a bit of you know, they've got some service history there. They've been spending money on this, so I wasn't expecting it to be too much of a lemon. It's difficult when you get a car like this, when it looks a bit shabby and the corner's damaged and your brakes sound like death. You can see why someone would probably dismiss this car. In reality, it's not that bad. It's not going to cost a great deal of money, I think, to fix this car. So what is this going to end up costing? Well, at the moment it stands at 900 quid. Now we've got a bit of money we need to spend on this car. We need to paint it. We need to sort the wheels out, they're horrible. We need to sort a seat out, because that's basically, well, knackered. We need a few trim bits as well, door hinges, service kit. There'll be a few other odds and sods we need as well. So we're easily going to spend another probably 600-700 quid on it. We've already spent 150 on brakes, so it's probably going to be somewhere around the 16 to 1800 pounds mark this car is going to cost us done. But it'll be a transformed car. It'll look proper again. Nice paint, all buffed up, decent wheels on it, driving well. We can get it looking smart again. So that is my target, to try and keep it in that budget. Now, obviously, if we need to spend more money on the way, other things crop up, we'll have to do it. We're committed. But what's it going to be worth at the end? Well, potentially, a quick look on Auto Trader, this is on 115,000 miles. So obviously that's going to have effect on the price we can sell it for. But these Jukes are popular and people do want them. And having a look on Auto Trader, I was struggling to find anything really sort of sub £3,000. In fact, I couldn't find anything sub £3,000. Most of them on there are either categorised cars or got big miles on, 120, 30, 40,000 miles on. So 115, we're probably going to be realistically going to be around 32.95, somewhere around there. That's probably where we're going to be at. If we can get it under 2,995 and it owes us, comes in at 1,700 quid, then it gives us plenty of flexibility in price. We could try it at 32.95, then reduce it to 2,995. Who knows? We've got money to play with anyway, and there's plenty of margin left in it. So on first impressions, although it looks a scruffy car, it doesn't look a bad purchase. However, we'll see when it's completed. So for the moment, we're going to get it into paint, and then we'll see what this is like when it comes back from paint and all buffed up and the wheels done. So make sure you check that out, guys. I'll cover it in one of my update videos, which I do pretty much every week as well. So when it comes back, I will keep you informed on this car and its progress. So thank you for watching this video, guys. If you haven't already done so, please like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in my next video.